Hello, YouTube family. Welcome to Escape from Crazytown. This is the recap today for our show, our live stream earlier, which is about 45 minutes to an hour. So if you want to catch the live stream, I will put a link to it. But this is the recap of maybe, a shorter version so those who don't have time can watch. Today's topic was narcissists and their new supply are delusional. And the reason I want to talk about that is because a lot of times we get caught up in their delusion. And if you had been with a narcissist, you did get caught up in their delusion. You don't want to be influenced by that delusion. You don't want to live in that delusion because their delusion will only lead you to self-destruction. All right? And narcissists do not care whether you self-destruct while they're using you. Your only purpose in their life is to be used. And once you're done, once you're no longer useful, they will move on. So all the lies that they tell you to trust them, to believe their future, their fake future that they're pushing on you, all the lies that they're trying to convince you to trust them, you cannot live there. You cannot stay there. And here's the deal, you guys. The reason narcissists are delusional is because they have a perspective where they are on top. They think that they're more special than everybody else. They actually believe, that the universe chose them, right, to do special things. So they believe that it is within their right to control other people, to fool other people, even to guide, not even just guide, to influence other people to do what they think is the right thing. They're so deluded that some of them actually think that they're the good guys, right? Some of them actually believe that they are the good guys helping other people. And in the meantime, they're destroying people. They're destroying relationships. They're breaking up marriages. They're causing their supply to go to jail. They don't care, but they can't see that. They think that somehow they're so special that none of the rules apply to them. The rules only apply to the rest of us idiots, right? In their eyes, we're all fools, and they're the king or the queen, and they control everything. And what they believe is right must be universally right because they feel that the universe chose them. So when you start to believe and trust their perspective, their illusion, their delusion, you're going to start doing their bidding. Just like the new supply does their bidding. The new supply will follow along and perpetuate whatever it is the narcissist is perpetuating, whatever scheme the narcissist is doing. And it gets to the point where they have invested so much into their own scheme, and the supply has invested so much into the narcissist scheme that it becomes even harder to wake them up, even harder to break them away from that. Narcissists are a lost cause. They're not going to wake up from it. They're not going to see it. The new supply, the flying monkeys, the fan club, you might try to wake them up, but they are so far invested with the narcissist and intertwined with the narcissist delusion and belief of reality, right? Their bizarre reality, which is not reality at all, by the way. There is an absolute fact, absolute truth of what is happening in reality. Reality is empirical. It's the same whether you believe it. It's the same whether you like it. It's the same no matter how you feel about it. It doesn't change. It is what it is, okay? That's reality. But narcissists believe that everything is up for interpretation, right? Everything depends on how you feel. Well, that's the case, then all of us live in a completely different universe and should not really interact because all of us then would behave just like the narcissist in their delusion. Like if we're all deluded in our own separate realities that don't interact with each other, that don't really blend because my reality is different than their reality, which is different, then how in the world are we supposed to have a relationship? You guys, it just doesn't happen. We have to agree on one absolute. And if it doesn't happen, then there's no way to have a real interaction, a real truthful building foundation that you can build on. So, you guys, the reason that narcissists are so delusional is because they do believe that they have this superpower. They do believe that the universe has chosen them. They actually, and those that are just downright evil, they know, actually, they still believe that the universe chose them, but they know that they're hurting others and they're doing it on purpose and they don't care. Now, there are some that are so deluded into thinking that they're doing good. Like, it's good for you that I'm doing things that damage you. It's good for you that I'm robbing you. It's good for you that I'm oppressing you. It's good for you. You know, they just can't see it because they think they're above the law. They think they're above the rules. They believe that the rules in society are for the rest of us and not for them. And the supply will actually follow along with this and allow them to break rules or not play by the rules and have double standards and destroy other people right in front of them, hurt other people. And the supply is so deluded into believing and trusting the narcissist that they don't want to let go of this fantasy. They don't want to let go of that illusion. And you guys, if you don't think that you're able to be influenced by a narcissist's lies and by their delusion, stop for a second and think about what you're watching, what you're hearing, what's inundating you. If you're hearing and you're inundated, 95% of what you see, hear, read is controlled by 6 corporations. And unless you go seeking something else, unless you turn the 95% off that's owned by them, unless you turn that off, you are going to be influenced by it. So in the live stream, I do talk about and into some detail the show called Magic for Humans. I would recommend you watch this. It's with this magician called Justin Willman. And there are several episodes, but I only watched the first episode, and already I'm pretty impressed. Near the second half, in the second half of his video, the first episode, he shows these influencers, social media influencers, and how he influenced them. They thought that they were not as easily influenced as the people who follow them. And that's what a lot of narcissists believe. They believe like, oh, I'm independent and I can make my own decision and I'm not influenced. But a lot of times the lower ranked narcissists are controlled by higher ranked narcissists. And we probably can share some of that information and experiences in our own lives when we saw that, witnessed that. But what I want to explain to you is the only way you break away from a narcissist delusion is if you pull away from all the information they keep pouring into you. Because the more you allow a narcissist to speak into your life, to have your ear, to show you things, and convince you, and the more time you allow them in your life, the more likely you're going to get influenced by them. So you have to back out. You have to look at other stories. You have to listen to other things besides the narcissist. You have to start comparing fact to what they're saying, things that you know are absolutely true, and then compare what the narcissist is telling you to that. And see if the narcissist is willing to have a conversation, a debate, at least some kind of back and forth interaction, discussion. And if they're not, and they're telling you, well, if you don't believe me, then I don't want to talk to you. Okay, that is not a conversation. That is not truth standing up. That is someone protecting a lie or a delusion that they know is not real. Because under inspection, that delusion will be shown to be fake. But they will not allow you to inspect. They will not allow you to question. So, you guys, the way you break out of a narcissist delusion, and you can try to break the new supply out of the narcissist delusion. Say it's your sister or your brother or a good friend that's under a narcissist delusion. You're trying to break them out of it, but they will not hear you. No matter what evidence you give them, video, you give them pictures, you give them even testimony from others, and they don't want to hear it. The only thing that you can do is just keep trying to give them facts, keep trying to give them information, and maybe they'll break out of it. But for yourself, the way you can break out of it and the way you make sure you don't fall back under the influence of the narcissist is to continually question, continually compare, continually ask. And if the narcissist has problems with you asking, then and having a civil conversation, then you have to separate from the narcissist emotion. Because for narcissists, they believe that emotion is more important than fact. To them, emotion is reality, fact is not reality. So that's why they live in this crazy town delusion. And they control people with their emotions, with their anger, with their passionate, arguments and frustrations, and they oppress you. It's like you cannot stand up around a narcissist. They want to just squash you and make you believe what they believe. And so you have to just step away from that or back from that. And that's the only way you're going to be able to see a bigger picture and a clearer picture. Well, you guys, I hope this has helped you. If you want to hear more things about this topic, go ahead and watch my live stream, which is, of course, longer. And I will hopefully see you in the comments. Be sure to leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and watch a commercial once in a while. Even if you just let it play for 30 seconds, those really super long ones, let it play for 30 seconds and go get a sandwich or, go do something, answer the door. I will talk to you later. I hope that you have a great week and have a blessed day.